Okay, now I should actually be working, right? So thank you guys so much for that fantastic raid, beginning of the stream, and that means you also didn't hear my rage at the computer. Thank you. So, yeah, thanks for sticking around for that few minutes of craziness. A Mavelwind? I recognize your name, but I can't pronounce it. Sandy Luhu, thank you. Luvarian, so much for that raid. It's a fantastic way to start off a stream, and then I have to go screw it up. So, yes, today's plans are more crochet. So much. And thank you guys for sticking around, because I know a lot of other streams that would be like, never mind, I'm out of here. So it is much appreciated that you stayed. Although it's actually slightly terrifying that Stream Elements is telling me that 0 people are here. Stream Elements, let's see, are you doing your thing right? So, plans for today is, when we get enough people in chat, we will turn this guy into a little pillow, and we will make the backside, whatever the backside ends up being, a little personalized. I've done someone's initials before. I could also do something like a heart picture, whatever would fit like as a 8-bit type thing in this small space. So when we hit 10 people on that Twitch logo thing, which I need to make sure that is reading correctly, then we can, yes, when we hit 10 people on there, then we can go ahead and start the first giveaway. Yay! And that's what the coins will do for you, is get the tickets. You can buy the tickets with it. Stream Labs and Stream Elements. Alright, we'll make sure those guys are doing their job. So, in the meantime, while we're hanging out, blasting away giveaways over here, I have a beanie to work on, and I have a blanket. Are you guys also hearing the music cut out? Because it's very, like, jerky on my end. Oh, and you say that there's... Interesting, we're seeing different things on the monitor. Okay, good. We're at 11 people! You're gonna clean up, but you'll have me up as I walk around. Thank you, Luvarian! So fantastic. We actually start off with 11 people. If you guys want to check your points, it's, well, coins is what they're called in the channel. It's exclamation point points. And then we can go ahead and do a giveaway right away, or we can wait a little while so we can accrue enough points. Everyone will get 1 ticket free to start off with. So I'm actually gonna work on the blanket first. Well, let's see what you guys are up to. Are you still around, Paint? Hooray! So this blanket is the 2017 Crochet Along, CAL, for the nerdy knitters of the San Fernando Valley. However, I got very hung up on one of the stitches and didn't end up doing it all year round. So, I have a bit of catching up to do. And the stitch was called Catherine Wheel. Now what's funny is the first Catherine Wheel happened way down here with this purple and blue. And I mean, since I did it the same way, it doesn't look like I messed up. However, when you come up here, now that I knew what to expect, I did it quite a bit better. So the pink and the purple and the yellow, that's the second Catherine wheel up here. And I'll be doing the last row of Catherine wheel stuff today, and we are actually doing it in an L hook, which is 2 sizes bigger than what the pattern calls for. Because when you go bigger, this particular stitch will pull a lot. So we don't want it to pull. Once I finish this row, I will go back down to the J. And the reason I went up 2 hooks is hook sizes is because I only had J and L. I didn't have a K, which frustrated me to no end. And there's also one of our streamers is K Hook Creations, which I feel would be really funny if I told her that I don't even have a K hook. That might even make her a little sad. But also, K Hook Creations makes some really cool stuff. She had a very cute little beanie that Ravelry actually featured on their front page. So that was awesome. I had seen the pic in Discord, and then I saw it on the front page of Ravelry. I'm like, wait a second, I've seen that before, and it's not here. So I actually went searching for that picture, and found it in the KBN Discord. And I messaged her. I was like, oh my gosh, did you know this? She's like, yeah, they didn't even say anything to me. I just happened to log in and see it. And I was like, if they used my pictures, I would have liked them to message me and be like, hey, guess what, guys? We think your picture's awesome, and we're using it on the front page. I'm trying to find the end of the yarn. There it is. Alright, so we're here. New color. Okay, here we go. With color from row 8, which is the yellow, and it's really row 48. Single crochet in the same stitch, chain 3, make a cluster of 7. Okay, so let's just start with the basics of what it just told us to do. Chain 3 and turn. I've already turned, so this is 1, 2, and 3. And then single crochet in the one that we didn't. So we're going to go back down here and put a single crochet in. I really probably should have finished this last night while I was still in the same mind space with everything else. I knew how many clusters I had to do, some pieces I had to skip, which it doesn't tell you to skip, just to keep everything even and looking centered. I will probably rewrite this pattern a little bit, or at least some of the parts, the Catherine wheel description. Or maybe I'll go on YouTube and find a better version of it, because this frustrated me to absolutely no end, to the point where I almost dropped the project. So turn 1, single chain 3, make the same cluster of 7 that you made in row 9. In row 9. Well, hello there. Thank you very much for that. Oh my gosh, so many noises. And I think I need to mute something here, which is why we have so many things going on. So the stream elements. Yeah. Where's my notifications going? Where's my notifications? Alright, so Xandarian and Frez Killer, thank you guys for those hosts. I am also super paranoid now about where I step. I wonder, is it going to do that every single time? Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and actually log out of stream elements to prevent that duplicate noises. Wow. My connection, guys, I'm really sorry. I don't even know what's happening here. it's actually out of focus. Alright, so hopefully this all behaves itself. Okay, well, just a second. The quality of the board is degrading too. It's like hanging on by a thread. That's what the power. Alright, so we've got those same clusters, which means I actually have to go back and read the cluster bit since it's almost 24 hours later. Alright. With new color. And see, the crazy thing is it says with color from row 8, which really it's not row 8, it's row 50. So when it says do the same cluster 7 to mean row 9, they really mean row 51. Double crochet or 3 in the same as the chain 3 stitch. Okay. See, that makes much more sense. So this is supposed to be a single crochet. And then double crochet 3. So that's what makes these pretty little shells that we got going on. So how is everybody else doing tonight? Now that I had my crazy start to my stream, I can actually do, you know, crochet and chill. Instead of crochet and go, oh my god, why isn't my internet working? Alright, so we have those 3. No mic audio. Wondering if Paint also disconnected. She doesn't usually leave without saying a little more than that. Sad day. Alright, so we have the single crochet and the single crochet of the previous row. In the center space of the next wheel, double crochet 7. Yeah. And that's not actually what it means after doing this once already. It does not mean... Because when you think wheel, you think eye, and that's not the case. So single crochet in the single crochet of the previous row. Okay. And that wants me to double crochet 7 where? In the center space of the next wheel. Center space. See, but that's where the single crochet is. That's what weird is. Single crochet in the single crochet of the previous row. That doesn't make sense because then you just end up with like hills on top of hills. There should be like a chain. '51, '52 from row 8. Do the same cluster that you made in row 9. Color from right, chain 1, turn single crochet, chain 1. Chain 3, okay. Chain 3. I'll make the same cluster of 7. Chain. This is so confusing. Chain 3, single crochet in the top middle shell below. Yeah, this says this wrong, so I'm actually supposed to chain 3 here. 2 and 3. And go into the top shell over here. the single crochet. I mean, because they had me go with, see, that doesn't look right either. I mean, really, because I should be doing the shells inside of or the double crochets inside the single crochet that's talking about. Like so. I'm just gonna do it. Okay, we need to finish the single crochet though. And then down here is where we do 7, so it actually fills in the gap, so to speak. There's 1. Hey, Prophet! How's it going? 2. I believe I'm a bit more stable now. I had some pretty terrible connection issues earlier, as well as, you know, a possibly kicked switch box. But it's good to see you here. Are you interested in any sort of crafting or all that? Or, I mean, do you do any sort of crafting? It doesn't have to be yarn arts. I was telling someone else that, yeah, I saw you, I think someone was talking about you in a channel or something, and I went and checked it out and decided to throw you a follow, so thanks for joining me. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're gonna go here for 6 and 7. Raptor Kai, hello, welcome to the Crochet Couch. So I hope your guys' Christmases were good. That you had some fun. You know, it's not always about material things, but sometimes it can be. Hope you got what you wanted, whether it was something material or something else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Good. So we got 7. And then we'll go ahead and attach it to the top here. Oh, after we chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. And then attach it to the top of the next one there.
Yay!
And thank you so much for that follow. It is greatly appreciated.
Yay!
You know, Raptor, I recognize your name. I think you were following me from way back when I was had a completely different setup. I noticed that sometimes some follows do drop off. And thank you for that follow. I'm actually not getting all of my notifications at the moment. But at least I'm getting the audio, so thank you guys. Oh my gosh! Need to go to my... So thank you all. Rocker Propel Freeman, hello. There we go. Thank you for that follow. I hope you guys enjoy a crochet stream. Are you guys crafters of any sort? Making anything? It could be anything, you know, crafty. It could be purlers, it could be yarn stuff, it could be programming. What do you guys make? 'Cause everybody makes something. On some level. 1. And I find out when I'm not making stuff, I'm a very unhappy person. And it doesn't necessarily have to be this obvious of making things. You know, it's just making, and this sounds lame, making progress on a list. I'm kind of a list person too. Of course, when you're making a pattern, you're checking pieces off of a list on how to do something. It's like reading. I like being able to say I finished a book. Oh, loom knit, fantastic! Hooray! Yeah, oh man. Lego sets are so satisfying to finish. Because not only are you like looking at the stuff that's so tiny, like when you step back and you're done, you're like, Alright. That cool thing is what I just finished. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more here. 6. Oh, and you crocheted. Fantastic. So welcome very much. Thank you for that, host. Here. So this is actually my first blanket that I'll be making and finishing. I've started granny squares and whatever, but I lost interest in doing that because it's the same thing over and over and over again. This blanket, which is the As You Go Stripey blanket, paint, yay, thank you. That's the name of the pattern. Moobot will cycle through it. Or you could probably go !pattern and it will show you what we're actually working on. This is like a stitch sampler. It tells you to change colors every single row, so you end up with this like crazy funky sort of blanket. And I'm just going through my yarn stash and I'm using whatever kind of yarns that I don't have a... Oh, stuck in a hospital bed. Oh, that's awful. Like a boss, thank you very much for that, host. So, I'm seeing that there's 11 people in channel. And we have another host, thank you very much. Found your headphones. Got Kid a pattern book. Is she going through it? So, also, Paint, we've hit 11 viewers. So that means we can go ahead and do the giveaway. For those of you guys who either just joined or just were lurking and decided to say hi. Giveaway number 1 will be this little guy turned into a mini pillow. And so, Komi's agenda, yeah, thanks for that, host. So the back of it, the reason why it's not completed yet, the back of it can actually be personalized. Oh, I am so sorry for surgery. Boo. Hey, but you have internet access and you have Twitch, so at least you're not going to be alone. Because that's terrible. Was that Crazy Ways? Thank you for that, host. So, are you guys ready for a giveaway? Do you want... I think we should do it now. So the way this is going to go is that the first ticket is free. And then you can go ahead and purchase other tickets. Alright. Although, here's the other random thing, is that I just completely switched everything over. So it's going to take me a second. Okay, it says that, or it did say that I could do this, and now I'm not finding it. So, Moobot here. I believe we were doing this through Moobot. Oh, crisp rotator cuff. Oh, jeez. Yeah, knitting mama. Okay. I don't know how people do this with so many multiple things. 12 years, Stormy Kitty is intently watching. Aw, Stormy Kitty. I miss Stormy Kitty. Alright, Alright, so this is for the Santa Green Invader. Okay, here. Everyone gets their first ticket for free. Each ticket will cost 10 coins, and everyone gets a maximum of 10 tickets. So there we go. The giveaway has started. If you go !ticket space number of tickets that you would like. And it says right there in chat. So we'll leave that open for... Yeah, but Stormy wasn't antisocial with me. I mean, she just didn't like the fact that there were other animals in the room. So she was like... She liked the humans, but not the other critters. Alright, I need to cut off this purple, because that was the last color we used. It is getting in the way. Oh, Paint, my mom is also going in for stuff today too. Or not today, tomorrow. She's going in. She's not going in for surgery, but she's going in for some other pretty major stuff. So it's gonna be her first of many appointments, unfortunately. Well, fortunately, unfortunately. So, get that red out of the way. Alright, so we'll probably leave the ticket thing run for about 10 or so minutes. But remember, in order to be entered, you have to at least hit !ticket, and one is always going to be free. I always get one entry for free, and you can go ahead and buy the rest. Hooray for giveaways! Alright, so 1, and now we're back to the 7. So, Rocket, are you able to, like, even do any crafting while you're there? Ben, you and Matt. She doesn't even like the kid? Or does the kid try to pet her too hard or too much or be bossy with her? So we're back to the double crochets on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Yep, last one here being 7. Now the difficult thing about using this this L hook, which I don't use very often because it's much bigger than what I normally make items out of, is that it's very slippery. It's a nice, I mean it's a really nice bamboo. It's a Knitter's Pride brand bamboo hook, but it's super slidey. The yarn is sliding right off of it, like the hook doesn't really even hook it very much, so as much as I like it, it's frustrating to work with. Alright, so while the instructions didn't make sense, since I did this previously, I understand what it's trying to do. So when it's trying to make the wheel, if you see right here, it actually connects the two pieces. So it's supposed to connect well, not the purple, but the yellow is going to go ahead and connect in a circle pattern here. but it takes at least 3 rows in order to do it. So my job here is to line up where I place that that cluster with the row, not the row below it, but 2 rows below it. So I'm doing that counting there. So we've got 1 double crochet there. So many people are in the hospital this week. That's like 10 people I know of have talked to today. Stormy hides in the bedroom. Mostly the other 2 cats tend to like her. She's queen. Oh, tend to her like she's queen. Well, such as Sunny. Deathwish loves Tilly. You have a cat called Deathwish? Oh, is that the one that you guys found? Didn't Matt want to call her like Emily or something? You changed the name of your cat from Deathwish? Oh, thank you. Yes, Rocket, you need to get better, and I'm glad you joined us today. If you're still around. It looks like a few people dropped off. Thank you. You are hitting the camera, but that's fine. Oh, hey, thanks. That is roommate Eon, who has just made his appearance. Oh, Sunny is Deathwish. Okay. So we did our gift exchange yesterday, and we hadn't really talked about doing a gift exchange, and so when I told Eon that I was like, yes, this gift is for you, it's the Santa thing, the Santa gift card holder I made on stream a couple nights ago, because it was the night before, Christmas Eve, and I was like, oh, I'm late with these gifts things. And he thought the gift holder, the gift card holder was the gift. He's like, oh, that's a cute little thing. And I was like, well, there's stuff inside it. And he's like, what? Really? Oh, okay. Which is great to think that the little Santa holder was the full gift. So that made me feel pretty good. They did turn out really well. I just happened to have all the types of yarn I needed for it, especially the white fun fur. Because, I mean, when you have a Santa thing, that kind of makes it. I suppose I could have done like I don't know, 2 belts? That would look weird. Tilly has whiskers twice and he sleeps with her still. Oh my goodness! Alright, well, my phone keeps like turning itself off, so I can't unmod it. So that's what the message says, guys. Alright. We gotta allow that. The bot mod, I have it on at ultimate setting, basically. And I don't know what really set it off. Because, like, I mean, whiskers. Alright. Whiskers set it off. Tilly cut his whiskers twice and he sleeps with her still. Probably the sleep with her thing. I guess, if, the bot's probably that smart. But we're talking about a cat and a kid, not people. Dirty bot. Dirty, dirty bot. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more here. 6. And 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That's a little sloppy. It's unfortunate. 1, 2, and 3, and then we will tack this up to the top. Yeah, I think my wheel is a little offset here. Doesn't seem like I'm gonna be able to do the circle thing. I could completely misunderstand what the wheel is supposed to be too. I should probably do a little more research on Catherine wheel, which it feels like it's become the bane of my crocheting. Freaking Catherine wheel. You has a dirty mind. So, yeah, that's what we got going on today. Catherine wheel, which has almost made me quit this blanket. You know, way down on the first, I don't know, row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, rows 10, 11, 12, and 13 almost made me quit the blanket, which is why I'm so far behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I needed to shelve it for a bit, and I did for like 6 months. And then I pulled it out and I'm like, crap, the year's almost over. This is the yearly thing. I already have the yarn for next year's crochet along. Woot. I'm a little more excited about that, although I was excited about the blanket too. And I've learned a lot about making my first blanket that's supposed to be a stash buster. I've learned a bit about color and just trying to make colors match. I've learned a bit about yarn weights and how absolutely important yarn weights really are. I've learned about yarn textures and trying to make them match. Sometimes I don't take all of that into consideration and my projects turn out a little wonky, and I was a little confused as to why. But I really shouldn't be that confused, because all those pieces need to either match or complement each other. I'm actually going to turn down the music, because I feel like I'm shouting. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 here. Alright, chain 3, 2, and 3. Alright, so if there's anybody else in channel other than Paint who wants to enter this giveaway, exclamation point ticket and number of tickets up till 10. Giveaway is currently live. Trying to turn down the music because holy cow is this loud. Oh, thank God. If she completes the blank for me, you pay her $50. By when, though? Did you give her a time limit? That's going to be an important piece. Because like I said, I'm doing a crochet along that I have all year to do, and I'm on... When I finish this page, when I finish this page, I'm up at the top right now. When I finish this page, I'll be at the end of June, as far as the pattern's concerned, because they broke the pattern up into 6 parts. And yeah, so the end of this page is the end of June. So if you do give her a time limit, you might want to think about making it a decent one. But also let her know that it takes a long time. Alright, so... yeah. I'm just glad I'm going to be done with this Catherine wheel bit. And I think this is the last Catherine wheel of the blanket. I wouldn't be surprised if it's not. I'm not going to be happy, but I won't be surprised. So, Catherine wheels away, right? More double crochet all day. And if there's anybody around who's just joined us, we are currently in the middle of a giveaway. Exclamation point ticket and number of tickets you'd like up till 10. And your first one is free. Each ticket is 10 points. You can check your points with exclamation point points. So we might need to keep this giveaway open for a little bit longer, just so people can arrive and enter. Alright, so where are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 1, and 2, and 3. double crochets. Now, are you also going to supply the yarn, or are you going to make her go buy the yarn? Because I think I finished off 3 skeins, not full skeins, but mostly full skeins of yarn while working on this already. And mind you, that's all in different colors. And I have a huge yarn stash. Also, if you just want me to, I might be able to package some stuff up for her. I gave her a Christmas gift last year, but I have not given her a Christmas gift this year. So there is that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Alternatively, one of the things I'm looking at doing is possibly getting, oh, you already supplied the yarn? Excellent. A crochet instructor certificate through the Craft Yarn Council. So if I do that, then I would actually need to have X number of hours of teaching under my belt. Now, I know traveling out to Indiana to teach would be really difficult. However, we do have this internet thing. I did? What did I do? Uh-oh, you're gonna have to let me know what I did. What did I give her? Or is it the stuff from last year that you set aside? What's up, the Jingles? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 7. The lag is real, y'all. The lag is real. 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead and tack this up to the top of this one. Like that. Mine is in my backpack if you want to use it. I think there's another one right there. Yours would be right there. That's not night dive? Oh, well. This is mine. No. Oh, well, let me check. I didn't think I had both. No, well, I have my dive log. I do not have the night dive manual. She's all for letting you teach her on Twitch, and you set aside a few things. Cool. Totally cool with that. I also have stuff I've meant to send you for like 3 years now. It's from DEF CON. I got to use stuff at DEF CON 3 years ago. So that's hanging around somewhere. I just need to actually put it in an envelope and send it off. Although I might not go through Twitch, I might try something else, like Skype would be better, because the lag in Twitch is not conducive for teaching. I think Skype is much more, and I don't think Discord does video. I know it does chat and stuff, but it doesn't do video. Oh my gosh, we're so tangled up right now in this. So yeah, I'd probably want to create a Skype with her. So should you drive to Minnesota? Other people, I am sorry, please talk to. I'm not in Minnesota. Or do you mean like when I go home? But I'll be visiting my mom, who's going to be very not feeling well. Discord does do videos as a... Oh! Then I need to update my Discord. Well then. That's exciting. Well, then she can join me in my crochet. Oh, I don't think, you know, I haven't made my Discord link public yet. I'll make that announcement after chat. I'll put that, or after streaming. I will put that, the Discord link up. I did tell you that I have artwork from Trez Tonic, Todd, Hop Art, I think is his name. So he's going kind of under two. He has Hop Art and he has Trez Tonic, and you found his DeviantArt. I'll have to post that too once I put his art in my channel, which will be very, very soon. So I'm looking forward to that. I have some banner art from him, and I emailed him yesterday with some very exciting news. Very, very, very exciting news. But I need to wait till like January to reveal it. Alright. Yes, although time for it like last day. I don't know what you're trying to say. For it like last day. I'm sorry, I can't decipher that. I mean, I still need to start the Craft Yarn Council classes also to get the instructor to get to the point where I do it. Or I get the credit for doing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That doesn't look right. I dropped a piece right there. I need to go fix that. 6 and 7. Alright. Little tangly, getting a little tangly. Don't like that. And here's a funny thing. The reason I'm using this yellow yarn is because I don't like it. I don't like how light the yellow is. I don't like the... but I really just wanted something that was going to be a straight up worsted, because everything else I'm using has a texture to it. And so I just wanted a plain worsted for this Catherine wheel. I didn't want to make it more difficult on myself. The previous round, I used some very, very textured yarns, and that just made it made me want to cry. I may have actually cried. I pulled it out no less than 3 times before I was just like, you know what, I need to finish, I need to keep going, otherwise I am never making it further on this blanket. So this is going to be like my learning. I'm going to keep this one. If I do another one, I will put a little more thought into the yarns and all that. And I thought I had given it enough thought, but apparently I hadn't. I mostly didn't realize how difficult the stitches were going to be. I just figured it would be a little easier. But yeah, I didn't go up a hook. I was like, oh, I can make the stitches loose myself. I don't need the hook to guide me. Well, that would have really helped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is stitch number 6. And well, I hope Rocket's actually doing okay. He hasn't said anything in a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. And 7 is right here. Thank God. And then chain 3. I know I hate the whole time delay. You'll toss a bullet at me in the airport. Matt will sneak in and throw a sheep at the plane. Oh my goodness. That would be so funny. It'll be like, ready, set, sheep! It'll be like a mage in real life. Sheep. We'll get home, it'll wear off, it'll be like a baggage attendant, and he'll be like, "Ba? Bag." I make bad jokes, I'm sorry. They amuse me. What's the OMG for? My bad sheep joke? Hmm? I'm doing what in a second? Yes, I'm going to be at work on January 2nd. You're gonna play online game? Shadowrun game? Sweet. I know, isn't that terrible? Bang. Oh my gosh, I'm actually stuck in my backpack. Oh, good lord. It's so kill here, and yes, bad joke. Well, I mean, is she doing a granny square blanket? Cause like I can make a few squares and send them your way. I was going to make a blanket, but I don't know. One, two. I feel granny square blankets are like really so done so much that like I want to move on to something that's a little more in right now, like a corner to corner. I could use like Lion Brand Heartland yarn or something. 2, 3, 4. Have a nice, real big, fluffy blanket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead and look at that. I'm almost to the end, guys. Almost done with this Catherine wheel. Catherine wheel that I just don't want to deal with. And the thing is, I haven't even looked at the July, August, September, October, November, December pieces yet. I haven't even looked at them, so I don't know how many other wheels are coming up. Paint, I don't think you've met my dad. He has a lot of very bad dad joke type things, and I learned from him. I did. His are really bad though. Like just really grown ones. Sometimes he actually has to explain the whole thing because they're like 2 or 3 steps removed. And Jingles puts on his headset so he doesn't have to hear my bad jokes. I suppose you could ignore me. Sniff, sniff. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 30th total squares, checkered, black, and neon. Oh, okay. So does Matt. Bad jokes. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. 1, 2, and 3. Tack this on to the top. Oh, I have like one more wheel to go here. And then I'm on to, what's the next thing? With the new color, chain 3 and 2, make 2 double crochet around the chain below. What does that mean, around the chain? In the eye of the wheel below. There is no eye. Make 1 double crochet in the next stitch right before the chain 3 space of the row below. Double crochet 3 around the chain below. Double crochet 1 single stitch. Repeat this way till the end. Count your stitches, making sure you have the same number. Okay, well. That sort of makes sense. We'll have to follow it through step by step, baby step like. don't have any more at the moment, though. Oh, have you gone and hung out in Hell Chick's channel yet when she's live? I think she was live Christmas Day. She did like a meet and greet with her alpacas. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have to go back and see that VOD because that sounds awesome. She says her alpacas are like hams. Like they love the attention of the camera. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All the jingles, yes. We're talking about the song. Alright, so here we go. Now, I finished the Catherine wheel in that very light yellow and light purple. I think I'm going to also use a maroon like I did right underneath. That's going to be the next color. Because I don't like how light that is. Compared with the rest of the blanket, it doesn't match. But that's what I mean by I learned about color. So I'm actually going to switch back down to my J hook. Oh, there's my K. I do actually have a K hook. It was being used in another project. My J... I was using a green one. Or maybe no, I was definitely using a green J. Or was it an I? H-I-J? J-K-I-I-J-K. No, it was a J. What's the no sad face? Sorry, the delay is really hard for me to figure. So this is unfortunate here. I have two I's. One is 5.25 and one is 5.5. It's a significant difference. But I must have been using I's then, because the J's... Oh no, I was using the I for these guys. These were made in the I's. That's why I had that color hook in my head, so... Alright, now we are going back down to the J hook. Chain 3 and turn, 2 double crochets. Okay. Do I want with a slightly different maroon or the same one? I think we'll go back to the same one. Kind of do a mirror effect and go backwards. So I'll go with the sparkly maroon, and then I'll go to the velvety brown, and then I'll go to... I don't want to use the dark brown again, because the dark brown is specifically for like chunking up the blanket. Oh, it's in this bag. I've got so many bags here. Like, this one doesn't even belong. Sparkly maroon, sparkles! Oh, you did not get to see the alpacas. But she has VODs. There's always the videos. Because that's what I'm gonna do. Videos of alpacas. Alright, so sparkly. You bought dye today to dye some. What kind of dye did you get? Like what brand? Chain 3 and turn. 1, 2, Yeah, it says chain 3 and turn, but they're forgetting is the tie to other one, so you don't pull it through. Since you want me to change colors every freaking row, I have all of these ends that'll need to be woven in at the end. Ugh. I feel like this pattern author missed quite a few of the important steps. Like, did you get Dylon? Did you get, what is it, the Jacquard card? Or did you get Rit? Like, Rit's... Make 2 double crochet around the chain below. I will just follow these instructions one at a time. So I'm gonna guess it makes 2 double crochets around the chain, as in the chain 3 below. Since it doesn't specify that, I'm just going to make that assumption. Alright, 2 double crochets made. Make 1 double crochet in the eye of the wheel below. See, the thing is, there is no eye of the wheel, but I'll go ahead and do it at the top of the wheel, even though the eye would be the center of it, which would be the same stitch that it was all made in. Of the wheel below. Okay, well, make 1 double crochet in the next stitch right before the chain 3 space. Which would be here. Right before the chain 3 space. Double crochet 3 around the chain. You got Rit just to test. What was the microwave technique? The microwave technique, we soaked the fiber. Like, first it has to be, like, washed already. And then we want the fiber already wet when you do it. And you will need to create, like, you will need a lot of plastic, like the thin plastic wrap, cling wrap. And so you're gonna want a long sheet, one to cover the table, and then we put it on, we had something we put it, oh, just like a plate. So you kind of put it in a donut or bunt shape while you're putting it out, and you pre-mix the dye, and you have the dye in like a ketchup bottle, or someone had like the syrup bottles. And then, so you take your colors, you pre-mix them, but you want to make sure that they're colors that are like primary or complementary, so when you put them, maybe not complementary isn't the right term, but when you put them on, when they mix, that they'll actually make nice colors. So, you know, like a blue and a red will mix together and make a purpley color. You don't want like green and red, because then they'll mix together and make like a kind of icky brown. And you don't want to use too many colors, and depending on what you want to do, you either saturate all of it or leave some of it the natural color. And I think you microwave it, like, and then you put the plastic all over it, but you want to make sure it's in a ring, so it can absorb the dye, but also so like the outside doesn't fry and the inside is still not set. I'd probably go look this up too, but this is just what we did. And yeah, microwave for 5 minutes, let it sit out for a few minutes, and then you unwrap it. I did not have, I had clean wool, but I didn't have carded wool. I would suggest carding it, like having it combed and all that. Actually, I think some of it was carded, but the problem is it felts a little in the microwave, so a lot of us aren't a fan of it. But yeah, it got very difficult, and I was being stubborn, and I carded my stuff after the fact anyway. I know I broke some fibers, I know it's not great fiber, but I didn't want it to go to waste, so I just used it anyway. I have yet to spin it. But actually I do have it within reach. So I'll show you kind of like the do's and don'ts of what I did. I'll show you the bad one first, and then I'll show you the better one. So this one I think I mixed together a blue, a green, and a black. And it actually, now I'm not, let me pull up my camera so I can make sure that I know what I'm seeing and what you're seeing are similar. Alright, so yeah, you can kind of see some of the green here, how this is very green. So I've got green, a very dark, so it's turned out quite smoky. Oh, okay. Just to test with this microwave technique. Felting, okay, so yeah, so I've carded this already, you can see, because I have it kind of in chunks here. It's a little fluffier. But the colors mesh together in a way I didn't really like at first, but now that I'm looking at it and after I spin it up, I think I'll like it. So it's a very dark purple, so I got that. It's very dark, dark purple. I can't even see it. You can't even see it. Color. Trying to figure out what the best angle to show you the color is. Because the TV is right here, and it's messing with the color. So you're getting some bounce off the TV. But this is purple and green and black. Very subtle colors, everything else kind of is smoky. I would say that this is the worst of the two, because it turned out a little too dark. And before I carded it up, it actually looked pretty bad. Now the other one that turned out pretty good, I did not, and these are both with the microwave technique. Yes, we did have vinegar. I mean, that's what I mean by prepping it. When we prep the dye, we put the vinegar inside those bottles before we sprinkle it on. So you're pre-mixing it all. And this one I think turned out better. I did not fully saturate this all, so this is a very light blue and red that turned in and mixed into a purple. So this turned out really nice, and unfortunately the color is all weird because, like I said, I'm really close to the camera. Or the camera's really close to the TV, so you're getting TV light. Color, 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 and I will get better light soon. Soon. Actually, light. I do have a little more light over here. That adds color over there. What's it look like? You can't even see the color on that. So, but this one I think turned out better. Light is terrible. Alright. But yeah, so these are the pieces I want to spin up soon. I have this stuff, which was core spun. It's not a lot. It was core spun with locks that were lightly combed. And then I have this, which is awesome. I won this in a giveaway. It's sparkly. Sparkly roving. Can you see the sparkles? We can see the sparkles a little bit. So this is like a gray, purple, and sparkly bat. There's a little bit of pink in there. So this will be really exciting to spin. That's awesome. Just such awesome colors. Oh, that does, actually, yeah, you can see the colors great when I do this, when I actually put it up next to the light and away from the television set. So I'm excited about that. I'll probably move this. I'll have to tilt the camera down a little further when I start spinning, so you can see what's going on. Alright, so that's my fiber box. My little fiber box. And I have more fibers hanging out over there. Alright, what time is it? It is 9:23. The purple stuff is really nice. So the giveaway I won that from was a Facebook group. Arlene from Wild Bulls runs the Facebook group. So she promotes a lot of her fibers there, and once a week she lets other people promote their fiber stuff. So I think that's very fair. It is her Facebook group, so it's neat. Also, ridiculously adorable alpaca. So it looks like there's nobody else in the stream interested in joining the giveaway. What would you like your personalized back to say? I mean, nobody actually else entered, so. It's bedtime. How about you tell me what you want on your pillow and I will make it. I don't know if you saw the other one. The person wanted their initials. It was a T and an A on it. So let's make this official, and I will draw the winner since this has been running for quite a while. Alright, so giveaway entrance, close giveaway. Everything is going so slow today. Alright, so close the giveaway. And now it's time to draw a winner. Look at that, Paint 27 won, woo! With a 100% chance to win. I mean, we did wait 46 minutes to draw a winner, so... I mean, if you don't want anything personalized on the back of it, I can just make a plain black back, like I did with these guys. It's just straight up black. But let me know before you head off to bed, okay? And then I can have it done. And then, actually, since you are the winner, I can send your other stuff too. I knew you wanted to say MMC. I was totally... When you entered, I knew that's what you were going to want. What color would you like that in? Do you want it to match like the green? Or red? If I did white, I wouldn't do the puffy white. I would do like a regular white. I'm going to start trying to sketch out the MMC. I think I can fit that on there, but I'm not sure. I'm guessing if I can't fit it, MC? Green. Okay. So at this point, I'm going to be designing the MMC. That was me doing a funky little dance, just in case you guys were wondering. That was it, and I'm excited somebody won the giveaway. Well, somebody who wanted it won the giveaway. Alright, so fiber arts, crochet, patterns, Space Invaders. This is how I have my stuff organized on my computer. Alright, Space Invaders with Santa hat. And then I can do it correctly. Moobot doesn't seem to be showing the pattern thing, which I'm wondering if I forgot to turn it on. Pretty sure I forgot to turn it on. Oh. Okay, so it has to be MMC. Command list. Of course the pattern one was off. Anyway, the pattern is for the stripy blanket. It's still trying to open up my Santa hat Excel sheet. Alright, go ahead and get Discord out of the way. Everything, why is my computer so freaking slow today? Alright, so I'm going to go to the green one because we have the green one. And I have the TA pattern already there, so I'm just going to copy that. Oh my god, why are you so slow? Why is it all so slow? Oh my gosh. Everything just took it down. And this doesn't even have anything to do with the dang internet connection. Come on. No, you jerk. Like, I just hit Control Z and it's the stuff that's incorrectly pasted. Oh my goodness. Alright, MMC. Alright, so... the next bit's gonna be a little... how many stitches? Russia? What? 18. It's 18 by 18. And you wanted it in green. Green. This actually probably might not be as difficult as I think it is. Oh, that looks not right. That's what I wanted. Alright. Okay, what was that? Oh, Lucerne, thank you very much for that host. Now, do they have to be right next to each other? Because I can do MMC at the bottom, that will fit. So I can do... oh. Oh, that did not do what I wanted it to do. Ugh, for crying out loud. Are you in my Discord yet? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I made that 7 tall. You can't be 7 tall, it's too tall. Black. Alright, black again. So 6 tall, 6 works. Okay, good. Yeah, then this is not a problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wide. What? Dravos, thank you very much for that host. It's greatly appreciated. I do need to go mute this stream elements. I can't believe it's still loud. Actually, I need to like deactivate these. How do I Nitrox4, thank you very much for that host. I'm Lord Deathraiser. Thank you for that, host. Alright, so we've got MMC going on here. Make that one wider. A little bit of pixel art going on here. Go ahead and make this line color. We'll make it gray, and then we'll make all lines. Alright. These guys all need lines in them. Alright, excellent. So, all of them line color gray. Boom. Done. This one back to the regular. Ah! Adorned! Oh my goodness! Welcome to the crochet couch! We just wrapped up and determined our winner for the first giveaway of the day. Briss and Needy Bird, thank you guys for showing up. Had to rush out her son. Oh no! Hi, Adorned! Go take her flat tire! Melissa Misa! That is a cool little name. Pew pew pew, little rockets. So, Paint just won our giveaway for this little guy here. We're gonna turn it into a pillow. Just figured out what she wanted on the back there. So I'm actually gonna be printing this off right now. And you guys will get to see me make this pillow. Alright, so we'll go ahead and set the print area. Set print area. And then I'll go ahead and print it. And we will have a second little mini pillow, which these are super cute. Like I was very, very pleased with how cute this turned out. This is probably going to be like my default size for little mini pillow giveaways. Well, I was planning on 2 giveaways because I had the 2 green ones, but then I also wanted to do a pink one. So I still have yet to make the pink thing. The thing is, we just ran out of people. Like, people joined the channel, people didn't. I had a fantastic raid at the very beginning of my stream, and then I lost internet connection. Sort of my own fault. Yeah, pink. So let me grab the thing off the printer, and then I can show Paint what it'll look like. Get her stamp of approval, because I know it's late for her, and she'll be heading off to bed soon. Okay, just so you know, it looks way squishier on the page than it does when I actually crochet it up. But I don't want to get rid of you, so it looks like a lot, but when I put it on the thing. So many Twitch people have animal sidekicks. Needy Bird, Hyper Zen Girl. Who else has animal side? Well, yeah, actually a lot of people have cats. A lot of cats, a lot of dogs. Needy Bird has dog. Jenny Knits has her 3 cats. So, yeah, it looks kind of funky, but it'll be fine when it's actually... Yeah! Motivation to finish things! Pew pew. I'm not quite sure. You guys missed my... Not my motivational speech, sort of like my learning speech about the Catherine wheel. Oh, Needy Bird, remember you guys looked up the Catherine wheel? I just finished it. The 2 rows. So the purple and the yellow are the Catherine wheels here at the top. And they're kind of floppy because they're a little... So those are Catherine wheels. I still don't think I did it right, but you know what? They look cool. So it's like 2 rows of different types of shells that are supposed to match up, but I'm not quite sure they do. But also, even just like the granny square rows look really cool. Like the stitches down here with the purple and the green. Like the granny square rows look really cool. And like even down here, this is another row of granny squares. So like those I think look the coolest. But I have quite a ways to go. This isn't even half the blanket yet. Which is good, because, I mean, that'd be a very small blanket. So I throw my yarn on the ground. Alright, so we're gonna pull out the... I think I did this one with Karen. So, when I ran out of yarn on stream the other day, I was really upset with myself. Because I knew I was coming to the end of my yarn. I'm, like, really tangled in my yarn at the moment. Alright. So, I went out and I made sure that I wasn't going to run out again. So, I have here a Lion brand Pound of Love, and I have a Karen 1 pound. It most certainly is Melissa Misa. Yes, it certainly is a Doctor Who scarf on the back of the couch. I cannot take credit for making it though. That is shit. That Doctor Who scarf is courtesy of one of Jingle's friends. So, it is a knit. I do not currently knit. So, that is what's going on with that. And I just need to make sure that I come back online. But my stream is very far behind what's actually going on. So, I need to make sure you guys are still here. Kreesney, thank you very much for that host. We have 2 hosts. And Savage, thank you very much. Okay, so yes, it is a Doctor Who scarf. Are you guys still there? I'm not... My stream is playing a lot of catch-up at the moment. So, I'm gonna go ahead with the Karen 1 pound. And as I was saying before, I was using an eye hook. The solid bits, the one lion heart, or lion head. Oh, Lion brand, yes. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Lion brand yarn. Hooray! So I was watching a video the other day, and I was seeing how they made their knots, and apparently I don't do my knots correctly when I start, like my slip knots. So I'm trying to remember how they did it. Is it 1 and 2, and like this is a slip knot? But they wrapped it around their finger, stuck it in, and like pulled it. And I guess that's a slip knot? I guess so. Thank you very much for the host. And man, huzzah, Brees and Melissa. And I'm so glad you guys are still here. Alright, so we'll do MMCs, and if there's still at least 10 people in chat when I complete this, we can go ahead and do another giveaway for the pink one, which I don't have the beginning of it done yet, so I'll make that all on stream. on her hour streaming, shouting you. Oh, fantastic! I'm so glad she shouted me out. That's awesome. Mini Burger's great. I got to meet her when she was in town for TwitchCon, and we went out to lunch in downtown Hollywood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, chain 1 and turn. Alright. Yeah! Minnie! Woo! Also, how cool is it that Scott, what's his face from Five Nights at Freddy's, jumped into her channel and just, you know, donated a crap ton of money to St. Jude? Like, that's awesome. Oh, really? First time you've caught me? I've been trying to stream somewhat regularly, between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. Pacific time. Now that I've got a space to stream and do stuff. Alright, so we'll go ahead. There, now we got this going. It'll go a little faster. Actually, I need to find my green. I don't think I put the green away. I did not put the green away. Shame on me. Which means I don't know where it is. But we definitely want that. There it is. It's, well, it's not the same green. It's a similar green. Oh my goodness. Followage. I didn't even know that was a command. 10 months. Wow. Okay. That's why I haven't seen, or you haven't seen me around. I took a bit of a hiatus from streaming. You must have followed me. No, I was doing a little bit of crochet, a little bit of Hearthstone, a little bit of Warcraft, a little bit of Minecraft. So yeah, it's and I stopped for a bit because I really didn't know what I wanted to do. And in that time, I was watching a lot of Twitch streamers and getting connected on the Naughty by Nature group. And when I came back, it was with I don't know, I had a little more of idea watching her with her kid water for... Oh man. But yeah, I had a better idea of what I wanted to do because I just jumped in and started streaming without really watching other people do it. I didn't really realize all the technical stuff that was behind it, which I should have known better. I really should have. But honestly, they make it really easy, comparatively to other stuff I've dealt with. Yeah, they have really good integration with stuff. So you're making a cowl. What kind of cowl? Who's it for? 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Definitely need to have 18. 18? Paint has been falling for 1 year, 6 months, 9 days. Huh. Apparently. I didn't even know I've had my account that long. Alright, and the green. So I want 2. that's 1. And this is 2. And then I need to switch to the black. And then the green gets tucked in there. And I need 3 blacks. Knit cowl for an order for a coworker. You have to finish by Friday. Oh wow. One. And then 2, 3. And then we go back to the green. And we get 2 greens. This is the first M we're making here, the top of the first M. 1 and 2. Switch to the black for 2. And 1 and 2. You want to stream knitting and crocheting, but you need a way better computer before you do that. Good luck, get her done. Alright, and then another 2 for the green. 1. And 2. I hope Adorn's son is fine. Like, is she in a cold weather place? Because getting a flat when it's cold and stuff out is pretty horrific. What just happened? Music is getting all wonky and... Alright. And then 3 blacks now. And green needs to be in between them. Nope, the green is not in the right spot. Green needs to come up. Alright, so... 1. Two. Oh, -20, no. She's probably not exaggerating. I was talking to my mom earlier today, and my family's in Minnesota, and she was saying it's -10, and this was in the middle of the day. So, if she's anywhere near there, that sounds about right. 1. Paint, what's the temperature where you're at? 2. And I can drop the green for now. It says I should have 1 more stitch, but then I have 2 more stitches here. 1 more stitch. I'll figure out what's going on here. We just gotta make it match now. I'll just probably have to do 1 extra round on that side when we come to that part. That's weird. Okay, and then chain 1 and turn. So apparently somehow I added an extra end piece to this side, but it doesn't really matter because we're just going to do it over here. And do 1 green. And we'll kind of tuck it in back here. And then we're switching to black right away. And then what do I have? Okay, and then I have 1 black and 1 green. So 1 black and then switch to green right away. And then 1 green and switch to black. I do that for a while. Oh, that's obnoxious. Didn't even notice that. Black and green and black. So that's 1 of the M pieces. And then this is the black piece. And this is the other leg of the M. Oops, that wasn't even supposed to get pulled through. Negative. It's 9. Sleep Talking just set up and said, Jeebus, I that bee was gonna land on me. Oh my goodness. 12, wind shear more, 1, negative 14. See if I can go. But I get to do yarny things next to a fire. Oh, yeah, cold. Cold, cold, cold. Oh dear. I am so not prepared for negative numbers. I'm going back up home for a little bit in January. I'm just not ready for it to be in that kind of cold weather. Okay, so black. Oh my goodness, this is so tangly. So many twists and changes. Alright. And then green. 2 greens? 1 green? Uh-oh, did I mess up the counting? Alright, so it's 1 green, and then black, and then green, and then black for the middle piece, and then green, and black. Oh, this is correct. This is correct. Green, and then 2 blacks. One, and 2, and then we go back to the green. And then we do the whole back and forth again. Yes, this one needs to be green. And black. Worried about my ducks, they're stupid. Oh dear. Green. Black. And then green. So twisty. And then black. And then green for the leg here. Leg of the M. And black, black, black. Alright. Alright. Chain 1 and turn. So we got. At least you have a skill set to help alleviate the cold. Discord for mobile. Alright, so we got 1 black going on here. And then we got green. And then 2 blacks. Get the green going on here first. And then switch, we got 2 blacks. There's 1. There's 2. You know, I'm just hoping that when this is done you can actually see what it's supposed to say, because the stitches keep switching around. And we got 2 more blacks after the green. I may have to go through with like a darning needle and kind of outline what it's saying. People on here will mock me in the summer that I knit and crochet even though 90 degrees weather, but then ask me to make them stuff when it gets in the negatives in the winter. You charge them double. Because they can't plan ahead. That's kind of dumb that they mock you for doing that, though. Actually, I would say that's really dumb that they mock you for doing that. Alright, then I get 2 more blacks. I don't think anyone really gave me crap for crocheting, but I didn't start until I was in college. Honestly, it was my college boyfriend that taught me. Taught me how to crochet. Alright, so 1 and then 2 black. There's 1 black. switch to green. Untwist this a bit. Then we have one green. And then two more black. And one green for the last leg of the M there. And then black to the end. Yeah, I know people are probably like, oh, just ignore it, but you're not an old lady. And part of them, they don't understand how I can stand to work with yarn in the heat. Yeah. Alright, and this one is 1 and then 5 black. Okay, so 1 green. Let's start with it on the side. Green. I didn't, I mean, I'm in Southern California, so it's pretty warm most of the time. But I didn't crochet much my first couple years here. I basically had a job that kept me way too busy, so there was no downtime. But then when I realized that, when I had a lot of downtime, I remembered that I had this hobby again. And, yeah. Picked it up, started doing it again. I started with amigurumis for my nieces. That's what got me crocheting again, because I realized, I'm like, hey, there's some cute stuff out there that I can do, and it's not very expensive, it just takes some time, and at that point in my life I had a lot of time. Alright, so that's only 1 green I need there. And now 5 blacks. 1. Matt does needle type, but you're not, yeah. I don't really think I like doing amigurumi. They're really, really cute, so like that kind of makes up for the immense amount of effort it takes to make them. But they are so frustrating. Actually, Needy Bird, have you done amigurumis before the one you were the owl you were working on the other day? It's like yesterday. Is Needy Bird even still in here? Alright, so 1. Okay, I guess I lost that stitch. That's fine though. That was the end stitch. 1. Because that owl was really getting to you, but what I wanted to say, but I don't know what I was doing. I was doing something else that I couldn't reply in chat as much as I wanted to. Amigurumi is super frustrating. I mean, there's some people who like don't have a problem with it. You watch like Ellaby or Little Blue Box. Oh. And like they don't have a problem with it. It doesn't frustrate them. They're so fast with it. And like I'm over here like banging my head against the keyboard going, oh my god, these stitches are so small and these things, it doesn't look cute. Oh my god, this guy looks like he was retarded. And like, I know that's not a cool word, but like his eyes were like, what? And it was just terrible. It was so terrible. I have a kitty I'm working on right now that I can't get its ears to go right, and like with cats, like it's like this, and it just, the thing looks just absolutely special. Okay, so Needy Bird went to, oh, stupid. That's right, I have auto mod on like the super highest setting. Trying to allow you. It's freaking out though. Has saved me at my job. I'm a telemark by day. I have to have something to do in the downtime. Also fall asleep. Oh, that's excellent. That's so cool that they let you do that at work. Oh, you used to do all sorts of amigurumi. Oh, wow. I've always had trouble with it. It's always been so frustrating. Like, I figured out how to do circles, sort of. So, like, Pokeballs are fine. Okay, I need to switch to the green now. Hide black. Hide the green. 1. And 2. I want green now. And then 5 black. Hide the green to do this. 1, 2. I just keep getting... I get to do my side job at my real job. Well, that's so awesome. I made hats and scarves for my boss's kids for Christmas, so that might help my chances of continuing.
Yay!
Yeah. Oh my gosh! Thank you guys for the follows. Who's joined us? We have hosts, and Needy Bird has brought 3 people in, and we've got Joy's Vision following, and Needy Bird hosting. Thank you, everybody. Sorry, I'm having trouble seeing. I think I actually need glasses. Or bring my monitor closer or something. Have something. Alright, so we got the green going on here. And then black. Alright, got some messy yarn here. Yeah, no, that's so awesome that that they let you do that. That's great. Yeah, my job is like reading emails and replying to emails, so I'm constantly using, if nothing else, my mouse hand. So I can't really, you know, use both my hands to do something else. I've considered trying to make it happen, but I don't think it will. Alright, so actually I need to check and see how many. Alright, so let's see, we need 3 after. Alright, so I think this is the last row where I'm doing the M's, and then I have 2 rows of black after this. So this is black. 5 blacks now. Joy Division 777, hello, thank you for the follow. What brings you to the crochet couch tonight? We're currently working on the first giveaway of the evening, and personalizing the back of the little pillow for Paint 27, who won. And then if there's enough people still in channel, which right now there it looks like there's 11, so that is still enough, we can do a giveaway for the second one. And so this is sort of like my belated Christmas giveaway. Alright, there's the green one. I need 2 more black ones. 1 black stitch and 2 black stitch. And green. And 5 black stitches. 1, 2. I actually had a professor in college just checking out streams. You're kind of bored. Alright. What kind of streams do you usually watch? Are you usually into the creative section or a specific game that you prefer, or? Alright, so we're on the last green one. Oops, I didn't put the black in the right spot. Black goes there, green goes there. And then we end with the black. And chain 1 and turn. Alright, let's make sure. So 1, 2, 3, yep, okay, so now I have 2 rows of black here. So the M's do look a little squished. I guess I'm not entirely correct on that. No, they don't look squished. They just look small, which is fine, because this is a small piece. Came to the conclusion, I got tired of video games. Oh, okay. You only enjoy Souls games? Like, you're talking about Dark Souls, or different... Or Souls the streamer? I think there's a streamer named Souls. Or if it's like a indie game company I haven't heard of. Right now I'm just doing 2 plain rows of black to separate the M's, the 2 M's from the C that's going to be in the center. Ah. Yeah, I heard that. I haven't gotten a chance to play that one yet. I was really busy working when that came out, and then by the time I had time, there were other games out. And I probably renewed my WoW subscription in there somewhere. Oh, Demon Souls, Bloodborne, okay. Alright, so after this row, I will be starting the C. Paint, are you still on channel? I have a question for you. I think I know the answer, but I want to at least ask the question if you're still around. Alright, so, oops, I was going to start the next row. So I need to make sure I have... So I have the 2 rows, so I'm actually starting from the backward side of the C here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 7 black stitches here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so paint. Good, I'm glad you're still around. When I go to do the edges, I'm guessing you want me to do like these edges. I was gonna do those in green also. You're only expecting 2 games for 2018, Ni no Kuni 2 and Catherine Remaster. Ooh. So, somewhere I think I actually have a copy of Catherine. I haven't gotten a chance to play it, but I really want to. And I have Ni no Kuni along with like the giant art book that, well, actually it's not the art book, it's like a walkthrough book that came with. But the guy I was living with at the time, he like went all the way through Ni no Kuni under my profile name and like got all the achievements and stuff, and I'm like, create a new login. So I'm a little disappointed with that, and I haven't played too much of the Ni no Kuni. Oh, actually it was sort of spoilery because he was like playing it when I'd come home from work. So I got to see some big things. He's like, oh wow, that's so cool, and I'm like, great. So the game that I got for myself, because it's supposed to be like one of the most beautiful games, you just like spoiled it for me. Anyway, I need to get over it, and I need to I need to go play it. Excellent. That's good news, Paint. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And I'm just gonna pull this all the way up around here because that's the back side. As long as you don't poke at it too hard, you won't see it. So 2, 4, 5. 1. 2. 3. 4. And 2, 3. Yeah, this 4 needs to get pulled all the way through. And 5. There we go. And I can drop the green. Continue the rest of the way. Also, before you pass out, excuse me, everyone. Yeah, Melissa Misa, it did make me pretty upset. Okay, Paint, let me know before you fall asleep. But yeah, Catherine looks cool. Super cool. Although I can see it frustrating me to no end because it's like a puzzle game. And there's some puzzles that I'm pretty sure would just like stump me and just make me crazy. Alright, so I had to go back that way, so I have to do 1 and then 3 blacks and then the other, okay. Green here. This is my 1. So we're making the C right now. I'm just really hoping I'm doing this correctly, because if I do this incorrectly, I will have it all facing the wrong side, so it needs to be this way. Yeah, okay, we're good so far, the way I have this in my head, because I have this one green string that goes straight across. I have to make sure that's on the back, which means I have to make sure the C is facing the right direction. Years ago, you traded alcohol to Paul for Battlefield 4, and it turned out the guy he got it from lied, and it was a used key. Oh, crap. Well, what happened? I mean, I feel that there's something else piece to the story since you're... Also, this is the first year, and for... Matt threw a huge hissy fit. Okay. about it, so I rage bought him the game. Oh. But that totally wasn't your fault, and you probably told Matt that's what happened years ago, too. Alright, so I'm gonna come over here with my little black crochets. I need to figure out if I continue or if I make this. Okay, so that needs to be I continue straight through. Alright, that's what I have to do. Because the C needs to face the correct direction. And then when I get a little further, like 4 stitches further over here, I'm going to go ahead and bring this over here and pull it through. Man, this is so sloppy. It's a good thing this is a pillow and it has an obvious, like, right side and wrong side. But that's part of the reason I can do that, is because it is something that has an obvious right side and wrong side. Because of that, I'm like 5 years. He couldn't bring himself to buy any. What? Wait. So he guilted you into. I mean, you rage bought him a game, but then he basically blamed you for him not being able to buy any PC games for 5 years? That's some really twisted logic. What brand is my headset and mic? This is a Corsair. It is obviously a wireless. It's not as sensitive as I would like. I am sort of researching other options. Also, it's a little too big for my head, so if I stream for too long, it actually kind of crushes the top of my ears because it's sliding down. But I also have a smaller than average head, so there's that to consider also. Alright. And then the one green stitch here. Solo little green stitch in this row. Doo-doo-doo. That's all black stitches to the end. I mean, you guys, Paint, you and Matt, like, you work in tech, you know how this stuff works. Like, just, if he had that much of trust issues, he can go buy it off Steam, or buy a fresh copy from the store, and just not buy used stuff from other people. To blame you is really dumb. Like, it's beyond dumb. This one bad thing happened, and because it happened to you, it's your fault. I'm pretty sure the name for that is victim blaming? Okay, so this is... Oh, this is the second row. I should actually be bringing this over to start the bottom portion of the C. Bring this over, hide the black, pull the green through, and black, and then hide the green. Yeah, it's kind of a weird way to do this. Hide the green, hide the green. Oops, that needs to be a green pull through. Take out the black. Switch it out for the green. Pull the green through. Hide the black. Pull the... push the hook in. Pull the green through. Drop the green. Continue on the black. Alright. So dumb. He was complaining I wow too much. Meh is okay. I think he's been grouchy over the gallstones. He was better. We've all been super stressed. Yeah, the gallstone thing really sucks, but he hasn't had gallstones for 5 years that have been hurting him this bad. Sometimes I don't think he takes things into perspective. He seems to have a hard time of putting himself in other people's shoes. Like the very first time I met him. Guy needs to work on his social skills. But that's an uphill battle for many people. Social skills. There are some days where I know I need work. A lot of work. Oh, people. Sometimes people are the worst part. Just people in general. But sometimes people are the best part too. No, those both do and do not add meds this week. Oh my goodness. I lost connection for a second and many things are happening. Like my music cut out and I have a host that I can't see. So thank you very much for the host. I have no idea what's going on. I appear to still be connected, but I have no music. Thank you very much for that host. All the hosts and all the notifications. Alright, we are done with the green right now. So we have the MMC crocheted into our piece now. So many hosts. Let's see here. Because I can't read. Queen Court 57, Gamer Squad 3030, Cat and Paddock, and B Marley 2K. Thank you all so much for those hosts. And I need to see what's going on with the music. Alright, so let's see. My computer's running really hard. Alright, we'll go ahead and close this window here. Looks like I froze on Twitch also. Alright, so we're waiting to come back. I didn't kick it because it happened while I was sitting down. Okay, so let's go ahead and save this. Save the thing, close the thing, save the thing, close the thing. It's still thinking. Anyway, hopefully everything comes back. It's a really rough evening tonight, and everything is out of focus. It's the stream quality I'm getting back from Twitch is extremely, extremely low. It's very, very frustrating to see that. I hope that's not what you guys are seeing. So, I have 2 more rows. So I'm going to cut off the green here. It's getting in the way. And we are currently done with it in its current spot. Alright, so chain 1 and turn, and I have no idea, like everything seems to be frozen on my computer. Just even from looking from over here. I hope I'm still streaming. I have no idea if I'm still live. I'm guessing I am, but my Twitch screen is frozen. My Excel is going extremely slow. My Chrome just went black. Oh man, thank you. What is this? Maddox Kreblin. Thank you very much for that host. Right now I'm just trying to save my file and close this and maybe make something a little processing easier on my computer. Something. So mostly just a lot of waiting at the moment. I'm not running anything particularly heavier than I normally do. I'm actually probably running a little lighter than usual. Other than the Excel. Excel seems to actually screw around with my computer a bit. So we'll go ahead and save this file completely. I am very much live. Thank you, Domo's Place. Actually, finally having my Twitch update. I mean, I'm still continuing like I am live because I have no idea what's going on here. Deloria Leper Store. Thank you guys for that host. Alright, I'm just trying to... So yeah, sitting in front of my screen like I usually do, where I'm watching chat and all that run along, all I see is a green screen. I don't know if that's OBS's default or Twitch's default, but I don't see me at all. I can see me on... Thank you very much for that follow. Alright, I see a that's interesting. I can still see the Steam overlays though. Alright, so who was the follower? Alright, so not everything is updating. There we go. Domo's Place! Thank you for the follow. So while I try and... I mean, I'm not trying to troubleshoot things at the moment. Let's see. I don't have anything that would be a straight up green overlay, so it's not like I accidentally clicked on it in OBS or something. Like that wasn't a user error. So I find this really amusing that you guys can see me, but I can't. So paint. Here is, well, let me finish this row. It'll be easier to see. And this will be the back of your pillow that we just made. So I'm trying to go as fast as possible. So I heard 2 notifications for followers, but looks like there's only 1. Another random weirdness going on there. Alright. Trying to finish the row here. And here we are, MMC. And that will be matched up with our little holiday alien, holiday invader. So I have another row here. I'll probably do another row outside the edges to round it off like this one is. And then I'll take the green and go ahead and pillowfy them. Put them together and stuff it. Here's Turtle Beach Ear Force Stealth 400. They're great. You have no complaints. Are they wired or are they wireless? Look at that Adorn come back and everything seems to start working again. Your son is better at changing a tire than you thought he would be. Well, not quite the vote of confidence, but it's good that you were there to help him. Alright, so I need to go ahead and try and see. You, again, like I said, super strange. You all can see me. I can't see my own Twitch stream. So awesome. Everyone home safe or on the way home safe. Alright, I'm going to refresh here, which means I lose everything that happens in chat. So after Misa's question, I'm not going to be able to see anything for a second. Oh, I was also going to check the music thing. Because I hear some weird whistling, but I don't know what is... Alright. Go ahead and actually turn off everything I don't need. So we've got MMCs. So I have one more row here. And if the chat numbers stay where they're at... Huh. Alright, great. We got that back now. At least sort of. You love the pillow. Great! I'm so glad. I know it's Christmas music, guys. I haven't updated myself yet. It'll probably be Christmas music till the 31st. Alright, so... I need to chain one and turn. I'll go ahead and just keep going to the end of this, and then I'll start the rounds. So I'll probably just do one round of black, and then I'll go straight into the green again. I know you just sent me... By the time you found him on the street, he was on. His friend had gotten him picked up, and I made his girlfriend go sit in my car and warm up. He'd already gotten the tire off and the spare onto the car. So I just stood there chatting with him while he tightened the bolts, and we got the flat in the trunk. Oh, nice. Didn't chat more. I'm just exhausted, so I'm gonna go to bed. Have a great night. Thanks for the stream. Welcome, Needy Bird. Have a great night. Well, it's glad to hear that he's safe. It sounds like you guys, because I was asking if you lived somewhere cold, and it sounds like you do, so I know what that can be like on the side of the road, car not working, being extremely frustrated and cold. But at least he was with his girlfriend, so he wasn't alone. I've done that alone before, and that was extremely frustrating. I had gotten stuck in a snowdrift on the side of the road, and it was negative 11 degrees out. And I was like, well, maybe I'll just stay here till the morning. And I was like, no, that's a dumb idea. Don't do that. Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh, I'll just stay in the car because it's too cold to get out, and I'll wait till morning when someone will see me. And I'm like, no, I have a cell phone. I need to make a phone call and get out of here. Oh, that's right. Yeah, actually, I was in Rochester, Minnesota when I had this thought. Yeah. Cold weather can, like, it screws with your brain sometimes too. You make dumb decisions. Cheese. Good cheese. I have people out here who are still like, happy cows come from California. And I'm like, yeah, but all the cheese comes from Wisconsin. For some reason that made me extremely, that commercial made me extremely bitter. I was like, you guys don't know what you're talking about. Not a Wisconsin native, but I spent about 8 years of my life there. Well, thank you very much for the host. Let me have bacon. I hope you're actually here, hanging out, enjoying the stream. We would have had more issues. You would have just told them to lock the car up and we leave it till the morning. Yeah. I mean, sometimes that is the best choice. Cows hate California. They are wireless, but you're just looking at the Turtle Beach website and they only have refurbished. The PX51 is comparable and on sale for $99. Ooh. Low disk space. Oh man. Okay, that might be my problem. I just got a message on my computer that I have low disk space. Yes, I had to actually clean off my disk drive not too long ago. I probably still have to do it, but when I stream, I do record at the same time. So that would definitely explain many of my issues tonight, is that I am too low on disk space. Cows may like 72 degrees Celsius. They like it what? You mean Fahrenheit? Because 72 degrees Celsius, I'm pretty sure it's like very close to boiling. Boiling is 100, which makes it 212 Fahrenheit. Thank you very much for that, host. I kind of want to turn this... Yes, I am a bad data admin, although you will be happy to know that when I was cleaning off my computer earlier, I did use Overdisk. So there. Thank you very much for those hosts. Unfortunately, I cannot currently see them. Alright. So yeah, I'm who's a freeze killer. Thank you for that, host. I may have to stop the crochet part of the stream and go to like an IRL or programming, while I, oh, cheese curds, summer sausage, and crackers. Timsy, thank you for the host. Oh, front and back. Oh, I missed that. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and set down the crochet for a second, and we're gonna take care of this low disk space problem. The longer I stream, the longer it records, the more, yeah, okay. Manage storage. What is their manage storage option? Alright, so I know I removed quite a bit of stuff. I have no 2009 folder. That's weird. I was moving all my stuff. Woo! First color change of the cowl. Yes! I missed a comment from somebody. Lethal Bacon, you are. Ah, for their TARDIS purse, yeah. Front and back now working on the handle and sides, yes. Okay. Okay, Vault Boy Frosty, thank you for the host. Alright guys, we're gonna have some fun here. I'm gonna go ahead and let me go to my dashboard. Vault Boy Frosty, Vault Boy Frosty. Come on. Alright. Alright guys, we are switching to IRL for a second. And I say that because this disk space problem is going to become a real big one soon. Alright. Never mind. Solo on disk space is taking way too long to do this because I need to actually, I know I need to delete stuff fast. So actually we will try and see. OBS won't even, okay. Gonna add another scene. Encoding overloaded. Alright. Well, that's a bad idea too. We're gonna go ahead and I think the first thing I'm just gonna do here is empty the recycle bin. It's the first thing you should always do, right? Cancel. Yeah, everything's just moving super slow. Dong. Alright guys. Before I completely blow up my computer, which right now I can't see anything at all, I'm going to go ahead and try and host someone from my phone. We'll try and do this all this way, and that way I can take care of my technical issues while even okay. Let's see. Who's live? Who's live? Who's live? So kind of want to host someone who doesn't have a lot of viewers. Okay, well at least I can see the fireplace now. Alright, great. So, well, it's not. This is what I'm hating actually about the Twitch app. You can't see teams. So I actually have to look for the teams separately. It doesn't just, I can't see it in my, Naughty by Nature. Oh, Naughty by Nature is a stream, I don't want the stream team. It's showing me Naughty by Nature as a, channel. Well, thank you very much for those hosts. It's greatly appreciated. So let's see, channels, top, live. We'll see who's live in Naughty by Nature. Thank you also for those hosts. It's super appreciated. Top, live. I apparently can't search, like tags. That's strange. Or communities. Actually, I want communities. That's what I want. So I can't search communities from here either. Browse games. Alright, well, unfortunately, I just have to be people I follow. Glitch, but Sand Experiment. You know what Amleth is doing? Modded. No one else is really doing creative at the moment. Thank you very much for that host. I'm gonna be hosting Glitchbutt, mostly because it's easier to spell her name than. Alright guys, we're gonna go raid Glitchbutt. Thank you all for those hosts, but yeah, it's pretty bad, Adorn. Alright, I'm gonna hit up the raid for going to Glitchbutt. Bringing love from the crochet couch. I think she's actually playing Overwatch right now, but she is a member of Naughty by Nature. She's also a member of Twitch Kittens, which I'm working on getting integrated with that group too. So TR1 Pleth the Kid, thank you for that host. Wired HD, thank you for that host. And I've got some data management to do on my computer. See if I can at least get you guys my outro. Hey. And Naughty SACP, Jack Thompson 101, thank you guys for those hosts as well.